Could you also, you talked about study permits that have been withdrawn. How many study permits have been withdrawn because of criminal activities over the past 4 years?
Thank you. Well, we could provide the total number that have been withdrawn. If a client is withdrawing their application, we would not know for what reason they're choosing to withdraw.
So you don't track this?
We would be tracking if we were looking at refusing for any concerns related to criminality.
Okay, so how many have been withdrawn or refused due to criminality in the last 4 years?
We don't have that statistic with us today.
Okay, can you table that with committee? Yes? Thank you. What specific countries has IRCC identified frauds from? Is there a predominant country?
Thank you for the question. So with regards to fraud, we, and it depends on the different streams. So the one I can speak to where we did a...
I just want to know a country. I don't have a lot of time.
India is one of the top countries where we identify fraud.
You also said that 8% of students in your testimony are non-compliant and have disappeared in Canada with study permits. That works out to, by my math, about 79,000 based on data from end of year 2004. Do you know where these people are?
So I'd like to clarify that I mentioned 8% of the students that we asked for compliance information from were potentially non-compliant. So in terms of the total number of students that we did ask for compliance, that results in potentially 47,175. We have not yet determined whether or not they are fully non-compliant.
Okay.
These are initial results that the institutions provide to us.
Could you find them if they are compliant?
Any foreign national in Canada would be under the purview of the Canada Border Services Agency,
Okay.
so they have an inland investigation
So how do you
team.
know if your measures are effective?
We are constantly collecting that data. So as I mentioned...
So you do share data with CBSA?
we do share data with CBSA.
Okay,
yes.
but you don't know where they are, if they're compliant?
So if they are compliant,
Or
they
not
would be
compliant.
registered in the post-secondary institution.
Okay, I've heard enough. How many right now are fully non-compliant?
I don't have that number.
Can you provide that with committee?
That would be a challenging number because
So how do you, if you don't know how many are non-compliant, how can you track them and remove them?
So the 8% are potentially non-compliant, meaning that the university or the post-secondary institution, the DLI, has reported back that they don't have information that these individuals
Madam
are
Chair, I'd also
currently
like to use my
registered.
time to give a verbal notice of motion that a summons do issue for Dr. John Tibbetts, President of Conestoga College, to appear before the Standing Committee on Citizenship and Immigration by himself for no less than 1 hour to give testimony further to the committee study on Canada's International Student Program and study permits at a date and time to be fixed by the chair of the committee, but no later than 3 weeks following the adoption of this motion. I, Madam Chair, am shocked that Mr. Tibbetts does not think that it's important to come to this study, particularly given that Seneca College should probably come too, but Conestoga College has had numerous stories about abuse of foreign students. Essentially, all of the media stories I've heard is that under his leadership, Conestoga College has expanded profit but forced students out into food banks, has created a massive housing crisis in the region. And the fact that he is ignoring this committee tells me only one thing, that I am right, and that we are going to have to make recommendations with him not appearing. So I am hoping I don't have to move this motion. I think it is fairly embarrassing that that he would choose not to come to this committee. So it is a shot across the bow. I really hope, Madam Chair, that President Tibbetts would avail himself of the invitation to come to this committee and that we do not have to make a major media story about him choosing not to and trying to send his lobby group instead. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rempel-Garner. And I think that concludes your 5 minutes.